Hey guys, this is Mike coming at you today from Player One Video Games. I'm gonna do a little bit different video today. We actually did get this Neo Geo traded in yesterday. It is, to me, the pinnacle of retro gaming. If you have one of these in your system, in your system, in your library, then it's the top of the mountain. And everything else goes below that. And real quick, these are some of the games we have in stock here. Now these didn't get traded in, so if you've seen these in the store, you've seen them already. One quick thing I want to show you, this Fatal Fury 2, how big these cartridges are. And I'm going to talk just a little bit about it. Look, this is a Neo Geo cartridge, right? And this is an N64 cartridge. I mean, it is just enormous. And remember, this came out in 1990. Did I buy one in 1990? No, but I bought one 6 months later at the beginning of 91 when it came out. Remember, I was an adult already back then. No kids, single, working in the plants, so I had a little bit of money to burn. This thing was $700 when it came out in 1990. It was might as well have been $1 million. Uh-oh, here's the mailman. Hit pause, hit pause. Thanks, D-Rod. And we're back. All right, hey, in 1990, $700 might as well have been $1 million because nobody was buying it. And so in 1990, $700 was probably, $1,400 today. Imagine you spending $1,400 on a system. Every game was $200 to $250. Hey, good camera work there, Twan. Good catch. You dropped that phone, you're fired. All right. Every game back then was $200 to $250. So that would have been, imagine now paying $500 a game. Imagine now paying $200 for a game. That's insane, right? That's why nobody bought it. I was at the mall in Baybrook when this thing came out. And I was in tech school at the time, so I didn't have any money to buy this thing. And I said, guys, I was at EB Games, and they had them for sale. I said, guys, has anybody ever bought a Neo Geo? They said, yeah, of course. One person, Moses Malone from the Houston Rockets, is the only person that had ever bought one from that store. How did I get mine? Well, there was a game store, my favorite game store of all time, I've mentioned it in the past, off of Chimney Rock Road called Gametronics. They were only there for a few years in the early 90s. It was an import video game store where they had one. They had a used one. It was $500. It came with a Magician Lord and 2 controllers. And imagine, look, this controller would be awesome to get nowadays. But in 1990, 4 buttons, toggled switches on a joystick, unheard of for the time. Nobody had this set up. And you got to remember, these things took a memory card 5 years. 5 years before the PlayStation 1 did in America. So it just was phenomenal. It was way ahead of its time. It's like a Super Nintendo on steroids, a 500-pound gorilla. I mean, it just blew everybody away back then. Back to Gametronics. So they had a used one for $500. I haul butt down there and I got one. Came with Magician Lord. I think Fatal Fury 2 had just come out. And I had to go to the only other store in all of Houston. Everybody had discontinued them except for EB Games in the Galleria. And I went and bought Fatal Fury 2 for $250, brand new. Had Magician Lord, had this. So I almost pushing $1,000 that day in 1991 on a system and one game. So, but this thing is 100% worth it. I love it. I had 33 games in my collection. I think I have 31 now. I sold a couple of them that I didn't play. And but hey, come on down, check this thing out. Come on down to Player One. It'll be a great time.